Alright everybody, this is Metakajine. I'm going to do another figure review, and as you already see, yeah, I guess now I have a new device to record myself on the reviews, collection updates, etc. And it's way better quality, and for the figures, you can actually see the detail way better. And, ooh, the figure's tail just appeared. I bet you can just pause that moment just for to guess who it is. But anyways, this figure is actually from the Ultraman line, and this is the Bandai 6-inch Ligatron. Actually, I was just talking about that in the history section, which we'll talk about in 3, 2, and 1. So, history for this guy, Ligatron. He first and only appeared in the 4th episode of Ultraman Tiga, the series. I believe it was titled Goodbye Planet Earth. I think that's how it's called. Oh, I barely remember too much. I barely remember anything from the episode, but I guess I'll just try my best. So basically the plot was that a spaceship from planet Earth, of course, I guess was launched to outer space. There were some astronauts in it. But then Ligatron's original form, which I believe was called Jupiter S, something with Jupiter, and yes, as you hear in the title, or in his original form's name, he does live in a planet near Jupiter, not exactly in Jupiter, but near Jupiter, so that tells us that this is automatically an alien. But anyway, so then that's when Ligatron's original form, Jupiter, I don't know what's really it's called, invades a spaceship and then turns to Ligatron. So yeah, and I guess the astronaut's soul literally went inside Ligatron, literally. So I guess Ligatron basically controls them, basically. But the astronauts can still also control them as well, if the astronaut's family thinks about them and have good memories, or whatever. So that's when he invades his spaceship, as I already mentioned. Then he goes back to planet Earth. And then he wreaks havoc, and then Ultraman Tiga comes. Ultraman Tiga doesn't even defeat him. But the loved ones of the astronauts actually think of good memories with the astronauts. And then that's when I believe it was 2, or I don't know how many there was, but there was 2 orbs that came out of Ligatron. And then Ligatron was basically paralyzed, and then Ultraman Tiga destroyed him. And those orbs were actually the souls of the astronauts. And I forgot if the astronauts still died, or if they're still alive. I think they died, still. So it was a pretty sad episode. And that's the last of him, basically. Hopefully he comes back. So now let's go into detail. First of all, also, I forgot to mention, he's basically a cyborg, because he's basically an alien mixed with a spaceship. So he has mechanical tools, such as the head, which you can clearly see there's mechanical stuff right there. And he's also organic, because, he's an alien from a planet near Jupiter. But anyway, now let's go into detail. So first of all, the head looks very beautiful. Look at those 3 protrusions right there. 1, 2, and 3. Very incredibly nicely detailed. And then we see the quote-unquote eye, as they call it. It's orange, and yes, there is some gray in it because the seller kind of, I guess, play with it or something. Not really sure, but still alright. And now the neck. Man, just look at all that detail right there. Look at this. Man, it looks incredible. Detail-wise, it's spectacular, but paint-wise, pretty dull. Just white, or actually silver, a little bit of some orange, and a basic brownish-like color. So barely any detail on this, which is pretty unfortunate. Excuse me, not detail. Paint. But there's a bunch of detail. Anyway, let's continue. Arms. Really reminiscent to Gigan's arms. And you see this leathery stuff right here. It actually feels really good, like feeling in. But I really like the lines right here, the crevices and all this stuff. The actual spike is in the silver-like color. And right here, the line. The back is also pretty nice also. There's a big gap right here, which kind of bothers me a little. See? See that big gap? It goes like this, and then boom, it goes up and then down. So that's pretty unfortunate. There's some great highlights right here. Just this right here. Oh, let me try and show it in the camera correctly. Okay, right here. That looks just so beautiful. Okay, sorry about that noise. Anyways, this just looks so beautiful. And these are the little tubes where he can, I guess, fly, I guess. And yes, this monster does fly, weirdly enough. Not with wings, but these rocket ship thing, whatever. Just like Kiryu. And the tail. Oh, beautiful, beautiful tail. Really nice. The underside is like has a lot of lines. See there? Lots. Looks beautiful. And then right here, I really like the leg texture right here. It looks kind of like aquatic looking. And then right here, the chest. There's this cross or something. So that's basically all for detail. Detail overall is awesome. And I guess paint job, I guess, not doing at the same time, not so great. But I guess that's pretty accurate to the actual... Actually, that's not even accurate, because in the episode, I think he was more of a grayish, blackish kind of color. But anyway, now let's go into articulation. This figure has basic articulation. The arms can rotate 360, both of them, of course. The legs can also rotate 360, even though they kind of get in the way of the arms, so I need to pull the arms out. And they are actually pretty stiff, so be aware for that. And the head barely moves. You can probably rotate it all the way like this. That's it, literally. Barely anything. And that's about it. No tail articulation, nothing of that sort. So very basic articulation. Okay, now let's go into superpowers. So, I'm trying to remember this correctly. Okay, so superpowers. First of all, whenever if somebody touches his arms, then basically Ligatron can absorb his enemy's powers, basically, or his energy, most likely. Kind of like Megira's with that stinger thing, except it's with his arms. Another thing is that whenever both arms are connected, or touch each other, more likely, they create this blue beam. Also, I believe he can shoot flashes. These flashes, kind of like Zarias, kind of, where he shoots them out of his back. Except on this one, I believe, I'm not really sure. Sorry if I'm correct. Please correct me in the... Excuse me. Sorry if I'm incorrect. Please correct me in the comment below. But I believe he shoots flares out of here. Or if not, he shoots a beam from here. I forgot. And also, he has giant claws that can rip through Ultraman's skin. The Ultramen have skin, blood vessels and all that stuff. And, oh yeah, he can also fly with these little tube rocket thing stuff from his back. And I believe that's it. Also, 4 superpowers. Now let's go to sizing. Put him right here on the side. First of all, let's compare him with, this is a memory box figure. This is, Okay, anyway, this is, Godzilla 1962 from Memorial Box. This is actually pretty bad sizing. Ligatron 65 meters. Godzilla, well, mostly all the Showa Godzillas are 50 meters. So this is pretty bad sizing. Ligatron should probably be... Oh man, let me get it from here. Better. Probably this big, probably. Maybe, let's just get more here. Probably this big. Probably this big. Yeah, this big. So that's Godzilla 1962. Now size him up. I was going to bring the Eastern Monsters version of this, but I already did a review about him, so let's not even bring the Eastern Monsters. Let's bring the other version. This is the Bandai Creations Gigan 2004. This is actually alright sizing, because the Final Wars Gigan, surprisingly, is 120 meters. Man. And I actually brought this just because, as you see, they can be buddies, just like Megalon and Gigan. But anyways, this is actually pretty good sizing, because as I already mentioned, he's 120 meters. He's 65 meters, so this is pretty good sizing. But I think Gigan should be still bigger. Well, I'm gonna scoot them back. Okay, that's better. Gigan should be probably this big, probably, which is pretty massive. But it's actually pretty good. It's like this for, they can fight each other, better. This is Bandai Creations Gigan 2004. And finally, let's compare him with the theater-exclusive Gamera from 1999, which is the Revenge of Iris. This is the theater-exclusive Plasma Fist Gamera, as you see there. And this is actually pretty horrific sizing. Ligatron is bigger than Gamera, and Gamera, Heisei, this particular version is 80 meters or 85 meters. Somewhere around there, and Ligatron has already mentioned like 3 times or 2 times, is 65 meters. So Gamera should be this big, probably. Actually, this big. So yeah, pretty bad sizing. This is the Plasma Fist Gamera figure. And now let's go into rarity. This figure is actually very, very rare. I got mine for pretty pricey. It's pretty pricey how much I got him. I actually got it for around 45 bucks. Yeah, a lot. But there's barely any on eBay. I probably see maybe one every not one every month, but probably one every 4 months, probably I was saying. Because whenever you type in Ligatron on eBay or Amazon or something, on Amazon, of course, there won't be any options or whatever. But on eBay, if you type in Ligatron, there's only the mini versions. The way I found him was that I actually searched up something. I think I searched up Chaos Darkness or something. So the time I wanted that figure. Right now, I don't really care too much about that figure. But I went to seller's items or other items, and I actually found Ligatron. But the auction, or the title of the item was titled Godzilla Gamera Toy. That's how it was titled. So, of course, I couldn't type in Ligatron to find that specific auction or whatever. But yeah, overall, he's actually very, very rare. Now, final score. I'll probably give this figure 8 out of 10. Why? Sizing, he's too short. He doesn't have, too much paint. And I think those are all my problems with him. Sorry about that. And I wish he appears back in another episode, or probably even a movie or something. But that's about it for this video. Remember, subscribe, like, and comments. Tell me in the comment below. Actually, you don't even need to tell me anything in the comment below. But anyway, remember, subscribe, like, and comment. This is Method Kaiju, signing out.